Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts A9. Well, there's been a lot of talk about Scream Factory recently, and I still don't know if Scream Factory and Shout Factory are related. I think they are, but I haven't really bought much from Scream Factory because, unfortunately, I had heard that all their Blu-rays were region locked. So if I bought them, I wouldn't be able to play them in Australia because my Blu-ray player isn't multi-zone. My DVD players are, I think. So I can buy DVDs from all around the world, doesn't matter, on eBay and stuff. But Blu-ray is an issue. Now, apparently 4K isn't region locked, which makes no sense. Why would you lock Blu-rays but not lock 4Ks? I don't have a 4K player because they're a bit of a con. Unless you have a giant screen or a projector, you really can't tell the difference between Blu-ray and 4K. I know some delusional people who've been, grifted and sold on that think they can tell the difference, but you can't. Unless you, like I said, have a really big screen. And I don't have the room for a big screen, so I never really bought them. But apparently a lot of the box sets and DVDs were going really cheap and people were noticing this and they were a bit worried that they were maybe going out of business. And then they started to have really big sales and stuff like that. And people started to really worry that they were going out of business. And now apparently the website is shut down. And there was talk, people from inside were talking and saying that people were being fired and let go. And now apparently an email has been sent out to let people know that if they want to buy titles for Scream Factory, they have to go to a site called GRUV or GRUV. I've never been there, so I don't know exactly what it is. And I'm not shopping for any of them, so, because I don't have 4K, Blu-ray, I can't, play any of their editions apparently, and DVD. We would get a lot of the titles on DVD that came from Scream Factory in different versions, and I was just looking at that and working that out myself because they did really nice box sets. I did notice them. I saw them advertised. I was like, oh, I want that. And then I'm like, oh, I checked and it was on in Blu-ray and, it was region locked. So they did a really beautiful Amityville box set where they recreated, this is what they do a lot, they'd recreate the original theatrical art or video art on the DVD cover on one side, then the other side would be a modern one, so you could choose between modern covers or classic sort of styles. And they just had these really nice box sets, but I didn't buy any of them because I couldn't play them. But I nearly bought them just because of how they looked. For example, Psycho. Now I did actually buy a couple of the, I can't find them of course, a couple of the Blu-rays just because I liked the covers. I couldn't play them, but I like the covers, so I could look at them. Here they are. Like Psycho 2 and Psycho 3. I have the covers. I bought the Blu-rays for a decent price, and I can't play them just because I like the artwork. And I was going to do that with Amityville as well, because now these came out in DVD, and they had the special features. But the Blu-rays, they also came out in Blu-ray, but they didn't have the special features. So it was really weird. It's like, well, these are exclusive to Blu-ray in the US, but we can have them on DVD internationally. And there was a box set that had a lot of the special features. I'm not sure if it actually had all of them or not. That came from Viavision and Madman, who were doing a lot of the US editions. So stuff like that. And the same with Amityville. The Amityville box set, which I should be a little bit more organised with having these open to the right pages. There's an international box set. The local box set, which has most of the special features that were in the US box set. The US box set had nice packaging, which I had nearly bought a couple of times just for the packaging. But the local box set, which I cannot find, of course, just had one cover for the box set with not the best art and none of the, or all the special features, but only on DVD. The Blu-ray I don't think had the special features. I can't believe I can't find this. I'm looking through this book full of Amityville covers and I'm like, where is the box set cover? Like, oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, that's the DVD. And it has pretty much all the all the special features that are in the box set, and has a picture of the original art that came with all the box, the DVD covers in the box set. But this, of course, is just one literal box set, because I don't know, box set, it's technically a box with DVDs in the same box that you'd buy for cheaper than buying them separately. but it also means one package for all the discs or all the items with one artwork. So sometimes it seems weird saying box set for either. But yeah, so a lot of the special features you're able to get, and that's through via Vision and Madman as well, locally. So I didn't buy any Screen Factory DVDs because I could get them locally, and I didn't buy any Blu-rays because the international ones wouldn't play, and I didn't get any 4K because I don't have a 4K player. So I'm not greatly attached to Screen Factory, but I am aware that they did do a lot of nice work. They released a lot of special editions and hard to find DVDs, and they had a really great catalogue, and a lot of people are worried about that catalogue disappearing. Now, this website, GRUV or whatever it's called, seems to me they're just getting rid of the stock that's left, and they're just using them to sell that off, and they're shutting down the website because they don't want to pay for it. Because if they were just shifting, like because they've got a new owner or something, they're just sort of organising things and getting rid of people and bringing new people in, whatever, you'd think they'd keep the website and stuff like that up. So it looks like they're done, looks like they're gone, looks like they're going, and that's sad because there are a lot of titles that they released that are now going to be hard to find, and a lot of things they would have released that probably never going to see the light of day now. Although the DVD physical media market is very boutique now, and there's a lot of really good editions done and being done at lower volume, and that's sort of replacing DVD being the mainstream sort of mass sort of marketing thing. What everyone would just go buy DVD. Now everyone streams, but people do still buy physical media, and they know there's an audience for that, just like vinyl and everything else. Apparently video's coming back. Apparently they're releasing videos and cassettes, and people are now running around trying to buy video cassette recorders and Walkmans and stuff like that to play physical media. And there's a sort of return to ownership that is coming from a lot of people feeling not really comfortable with streaming because there's no security in it. Like your favourite shows may be up on the platform, but then they can just disappear in a minute. And if these weren't released on Blu-ray and DVD, then they just disappear. Like what was that show with the there's been a couple of shows now that have been produced that didn't do so well. They were only exclusive to a certain platform, then they were removed, and there's no way to see them anymore. The one with the little person who was in Star Wars, Willow, like that's lost for good apparently. And a few other shows as well that weren't really big hits, but people did like them. They were sort of a little bit cultish. They weren't released on DVD. They didn't get a physical media release, and then they were dropped by their service because they didn't get enough views or whatever. But there are people who love them, the fan base who love them, and it's almost in a way going back to how it was back in the old days where you could only see things on TV, and once they went off TV, once they were screened, you didn't see them again because there was no videos yet. And even when there were video releases, they were mostly Hollywood movies, not TV shows. So a lot of people would be taping TV shows and keeping their own libraries of shows taped off TV before they started selling them. And some of the first shows they sold, of course, the first show they sold on video was Star Trek, and then Doctor Who. I think Lois and Clark came later, and a couple of other shows. But it wasn't until DVD that a lot of TV shows went on DVD because it costs a lot to produce the videotapes, and for a TV series you'd have to have a lot of tapes and a big box and all this stuff. Once they got to discs, it was easier to package and market it, and TV became a thing. TV and DVD was a big deal. But I'm still talking. Either way, it looks like Screen Factory's done. I think it's bad, but I mean, I'm guessing other boutique labels will pick up the slack, and then someone else will just become like the main horror physical media boutique store. It's just sad to see one go, and it's not because they weren't selling. It wasn't because they didn't have an audience, they didn't have a fan base. It just seems like the company just said, we're going to go more toward this direction for whatever reason, and it seemed to be a financial, political decision, not so much a it wasn't working. They weren't making sales and so forth. So it's a bit sad. Now that said, I guess I have to chase down that Amityville box set just for the packaging, because it is a bit much to buy a box set just for the packaging, knowing that you can't watch the discs. But if you already have that same content on DVD or Blu-ray locally, it doesn't matter, but you just buying a box set for the covers. And I did that with, I think you can see behind me, I think it's up in the corner, Amityville. I bought the there was a box set for the modern films, the direct-to-video films. There was like 4 of them. I bought that just for the packaging because it's in a little box like the Amityville house, and it's got the original artwork, which is really good, except for part 4 has horrible artwork. The video release was better than the poster. They're using the original posters, not the video releases. The video release is better, but that's a great box set. I bought that just for the artwork, just for the box, and it's region locked officially if you look at it. So I'll say nothing more, but I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Scream Factory. Are they over? Are they done? Are they just redoing their website or something and shuffling things around, or are they just phasing things out? It looks like they're phasing things out, but yeah, we'll see.